Alrighty, now in this email, I'm going to show you guys how to access your emails from inside your control panel, how to add emails, how to edit emails, and how to get the information needed to configure your emails on other devices like your mobile phone or your computer. Alright, so again, like in the last video, you're going to need to go through your cPanel. So you're going to do your website. So you go to your website first, so you type in //cPanel. All right, and then you hit enter. The URL is going to change. Don't get freaked out by it. This is just actually the secure login for your website. As you can see, it has an HTTPS before. And it's going to prompt you to a page that looks like this, where you're going to log in with the username and password, which I provided to you. All right, once you've logged in, you're going to get into the cPanel, which looks like this. Okay, and what I want you to look for here is you're going to look for email accounts, right? So you're going to click on email accounts. And in here, this is how you create a new email address. So your domain is going to be, in my case, at javalogic.ca. So I could create a new email. We could call it admin@javalogic.ca. And then we can create a password. I'm not going to keep this one, so I'm just going to put something. Hold on. I guess I'll create one. Okay, so it encrypted one for me and it made it nice and strong. And as you can see right here, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to set it up you can decide how much space you're allowing for it. You can go anywhere from, from lowest to unlimited. I do recommend keeping them at maybe about 1,000 to 2,000 megabytes. That prevents people from just stocking up way too many things on here and cause them to archive it. Okay, and then once you're done doing that, it's quite simple. You just hit on create account. Okay, now as you can see, the new email account is created down here, admin, which is the one I just created. You can change your password with this. You can change the quota. So if the person is reaching this limit way too quickly, you can increase the amount of space they have, or you can straight out just delete that email address from right here. And the next thing I'm going to show you guys is how to access your email. So there are two things you can do. You can access it via webmail, which I'll show you in a second, or you can configure it to your Outlook or your mobile phone. So let's just click on this one right here. And the next page is going to open up. It's going to allow you to see what your configuration is going to be. So as you can see, this is the one that usually works best, even though it says not recommended. I'm not sure why it says non-recommended, but this one seems to work well in any device that you go to. You put in your email address, you use the password that we created, and then in the incoming server, you're going to just write mail@yourdomainname.ca, and then outgoing mail@yourdomainname.ca. I guess this one's kind of easy to figure out or encrypt, whereas this one's a little bit more complicated to understand. That's why they call this the secured way for doing so. But this is what you want to do. Now, the settings you want to make sure is that if you're using IMAP settings or POP, you're putting in these numbers in the associated fields on your device, right? And down here it explains to you the difference between an IMAP and a POP. Just in short, an IMAP, if you use IMAP settings, it will sync with your database here. So if you delete something on your computer, it'll also delete it here. Whereas if you use POP, it'll not coordinate with the server. So whatever you do on your desktop, it will, even if you delete it or open it, it'll still not show up as deleted or read on the server right here. Actually, I think it will show up as read, but not as deleted. Okay, so keep that in mind. This is how you get the settings to set it up. You might have to send this off to the rest of your team if you're creating emails for them. This is the information that they're going to need. Okay, if we go back one level, I'm going to show you the next thing that's important in here is we go to more again, and then we go to access webmail. Okay. Now you can access this webmail two ways, either through the cPanel like this, or if you just type in your domain name, I can show you right here. We just type in javalogics.ca/webmail. You can access it all right in here. you'll be brought to a page like this, which is going to ask you to put in your email and password, and it'll log you right in. Okay. Then once you get into webmail, this is pretty standard for all webmail aliases. These are just 3 different ways of accessing your email. You choose whichever one you feel most comfortable with. For some reason, I started off with squirrel mail. I think it sounded funny at the beginning, and I've just always used it. Okay. If you're going to be using it as squirrel mail as your default one, and you want to bypass this page, you can always enable auto loader, and then what will happen is that you won't be prompted with this page every single time. Once you get logged in, it'll go straight to your email. So that's a good idea to do if you check your email this way very often. Okay. In here, you can set up your autoresponders, like an out of office or so forth, as well as forwarding options. So if you wanted to set up a way for you to forward the email from this to another email that you have, you would set it up in here. Okay. So let's just go ahead and check how to read mail. Okay, the first time you log in, you're going to need to put a full name, admin. Okay, you just need to put in a full name, and then you hit submit, and then you won't get that page anymore. Okay, the next time you log in, you're going to get in right in here, which is your admin folder. And I do recommend just sending a test message to yourself to make sure everything's all set up properly. And that's where your emails will start to get filled up once you're getting more and more emails coming through. All right, so hopefully that summarized everything for you: how to access your email, how to add emails, how to delete emails, how to modify or change the passwords or the quota. We also showed you how to access it on your mobile device, all from this tool right here. All right, take care, have a great day.